What does Brylcream have to do with our faith? Welcome to Presentation Ponder Practice. Some viewers started singing the jingle and have already figured this one out. But stick around, you might learn something new. In Genesis chapter 24, Abraham's son Isaac needs a wife. So Abraham sends a servant of his to find a woman from among those dwelling in Mesopotamia, his homeland. At a time when the women go out to draw water, Abraham's servant had arrived at the city of Nahor at the well just outside the city. And he prayed, "O Lord, the God of my master Abraham, please grant me success today, and show loving kindness to my master Abraham. Behold, I am standing by the spring, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water. Now may it be that the girl to whom I say, please let down your jar so that I may drink, and who answers, drink, and I will water your camels also, may she be the one whom you have appointed for your servant Isaac. And by this I will know that you have shown loving kindness to my master." Genesis chapter 24, verses 11 through 14. While the servant was still praying, Rebekah comes out with her jar on her shoulder, and Abraham's servant ran to meet her and said, "Please let me drink a little water from your jar." Verse 17. She said, "Drink, my lord," and she quickly lowered her jar to her hand and gave him a drink. Now when she had finished giving him a drink, she said, "I will draw also for your camels until they have finished drinking." This left Abraham's servant in silence, gazing at her to know whether the Lord had made his journey successful or not. The servant presented gold jewelry to Rebekah and inquired about her father Bethuel. The servant recounts Abraham's mission to Laban, Rebekah's brother. He recounts how God has answered his prayers, and then he recounts his initial meeting with Rebekah. A request for a little water resulted in Abraham being blessed to find a wife for his son, the servant being assured of the successful journey, and Isaac receiving a woman whom he would love and whom would comfort him upon the passing of his mother. At Zarephath, Elijah found a widow and asked her for a little water and a piece of bread. She said, "As the Lord your God lives, I have no bread, only a handful of flour in the bowl and a little oil in the jar. And behold, I am gathering a few sticks that I may go in and prepare for me and my son, that we may eat it and die." 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 12. Then Elijah said to her, "Do not fear. Go, do as you have said, but make me a little bread cake from it first, and bring it out to me, and afterward you may make one for yourself and for your son. For thus says the Lord God of Israel, the bowl of flour shall not be exhausted, nor shall the jar of oil be empty, until the day that the Lord sends rain on the face of the earth." The widow went and did according to the word of Elijah, and she and he and her household ate for many days. The bowl of flour was not exhausted, nor did the jar of oil become empty, according to the word of the Lord which he spoke through Elijah. 1 Kings chapter 17, verse 16. A little water and a little oil was turned into a little bread cake for Elijah. The widow's obedience in that act was blessed, so her household ate for many days. On the banks of the Galilean Sea, Jesus saw a large crowd was coming to see him. So he said to Philip, "Where are we to buy bread so that these may eat?" This Jesus was saying to test him, for he himself knew what he was intending to do. John 6 and verse 6. Philip answered him, 200 denarii worth of bread is not sufficient for them, for everyone to receive a little. Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, found a lad who had 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what are these for so many people? He asked. On that occasion, Jesus fed about 5,000 men when he took the loaves, gave thanks, distributed those to those who were seated, then did likewise with the fish. Everyone received as much as they wanted and were filled. Then Jesus instructed his disciples to gather up the leftover fragments so that nothing would be lost. 12 baskets were collected, John 6 and verse 13. A few loaves and a couple fish provided an entire meal for 5,000 plus with leftovers. The same small amount also provided the disciples with a great lesson on faith. When God is involved with our plans, very little goes a long way. One might say, a little dab will do you. God bless you for giving him what you have to give.